ladies and gentlemen. All right. Today, I'm here to talk about a mindset that separates the successful from the average, the conquerors from the compers, from the complainers. It's about giving it your all. Not some, not most, all. Because here's the truth: you can't cheat the grind. You can't negotiate success. You can't halfway show up to your dreams and expect full-time results. When you wake up every morning, the first question you need to ask yourself is, am I really giving it everything I've got? Because life doesn't reward the person who wants it the most. It rewards the one who works for it the hardest. The one who is willing to stay longer, push further, and sacrifice more than anyone else in the room. Listen, there's someone out there right now who wants what you want. They're hungry, they're grinding. And if you don't go all in, they're going to take it right out of your hands. You think you're tired? Good. Push through it. You think you've done enough? You haven't. Excellence doesn't live in the land of excuses. It's born in the fire no matter what. No matter what, I'm going to make it happen. No matter what, I'm going to show up. You have to commit like your life depends on it, because it does. Your dreams are not just goals, they're lifelines. And every single day, you either move closer to them or farther away. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop looking around for a shortcut. There are none. The road to greatness is paved with blood, sweat, and relentless effort. You've got to be the person who wakes up before the alarm. The one who doesn't clock out when the work gets hard, but when the job is done, you've got to sacrifice comfort, sacrifice distraction, and sacrifice doubt. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about competing with anyone else. This is about you vs you. It's about outworking the person you were yesterday, outthinking the doubts in your mind, outlasting the obstacles in your way. Here's what you need to understand. Success isn't an accident, it's a habit. And habits are built one choice at a time. So when the pressure's on, when you feel like quitting, when the results aren't coming fast enough, you don't stop. You don't hesitate. You dig deeper. This is your moment, your life, your shot. There are no do-overs, no rewind buttons. Every second you waste, every excuse you make is time you'll never get back. So I'm asking you now, I'm challenging you to make today the day you decide to give it your all. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because if you're not willing to do whatever it takes, you don't really want it. So get up, get focused, and get to work. Give it your all and watch the world give you everything you deserve. Let's go. This rewards relentless effort, not wishful thinking. This principle is a universal truth that transcends industries, disciplines, and personal pursuits. Far too often, people sit idly by, imagining their dreams unfolding without taking the deliberate steps required to make those dreams a reality. They hope, they pray, and they plan endlessly, but without action, without commitment, and without the kind of grit that outlasts obstacles, success remains an elusive idea rather than an attainable goal. Effort is the currency of achievement. It's the investment that pays dividends and results, growth and transformation. Think about it. Every success story you've ever admired, every person who has risen above adversity or achieved greatness shares one thing in common: they worked for it. They didn't merely wish for change or success. They sacrificed, endured, and kept moving forward, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Effort separates the dreamers from the doers. You can have all the ambition in the world, but if you're not willing to put in the work, ambition will take you nowhere. It's easy to look at someone who's accomplished something extraordinary, say they're lucky or they were born with talent. But luck and talent alone don't build empires. The truth behind most achievements is hours upon hours of unseen work, early mornings, late nights, missed parties, and countless sacrifices. It's the kind of effort that no one claps for. The kind that isn't glamorous or Instagram worthy, but it's what creates the results everyone envies. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't often comes down to how willing they are to endure discomfort and keep moving forward when things get tough. Wishing for success is easy. It feels good to dream about a better future, to envision yourself thriving and accomplishing great things. But effort doesn't feel good all the time. It's sweaty, exhausting, and often thankless. It demands resilience when the initial excitement fades and challenges begin to mount. Effort isn't just about physical work, it's also about mental toughness. The most successful people don't just work harder, they think differently. They approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset. They don't crumble under pressure, they adapt. They see failure not as an endpoint, but as a stepping stone to success. This mindset isn't innate, it's cultivated through consistent effort. Every time you push past a setback, every time you choose persistence over giving up, you're building the mental fortitude required to succeed. One of the biggest barriers to success is the belief that effort should yield instant results. We live in a world of instant gratification, where everything from food to entertainment is available at the push of a button. This has conditioned many people to expect success to come just as easily. But the reality is that real lasting success takes time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The effort you put in today may not pay off tomorrow, next week, or even next year. But consistent effort compounds over time, creating momentum that eventually leads to breakthroughs. Effort also involves taking ownership of your journey. It's about acknowledging that no one is going to hand you success on a silver platter. You have to earn it. This means being accountable for your actions, decisions, and outcomes. It means recognizing that every excuse you make is time and energy wasted. When you take full responsibility for your success, you empower yourself to make changes, to push harder, and to keep going even when it feels like nothing is working. There's a misconception that effort is synonymous with struggle or suffering. While effort often requires sacrifices, it's also deeply rewarding. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from knowing you gave your best, regardless of the outcome. This sense of fulfillment isn't something you can get from wishful thinking or shortcuts. It's earned through hard work and perseverance. Effort also has a ripple effect. When you commit fully to your goals and work tirelessly toward them, you inspire those around you to do the same. Whether it's your family, friends, or colleagues, or if your relentless pursuit of success can motivate others to push harder in their own lives. This is how effort not only transforms individuals, but also communities and organizations. The most important thing to understand about effort is that it's a choice. Every day you have the opportunity to decide how much effort you're going to put into your dreams. It's not always an easy choice. There will be days when you feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. But the people who succeed are the ones who make the choice to keep going, even when it's hard. They don't let their feelings dictate their actions. Instead, they let their vision drive them forward. Effort also requires focus. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. You can pour endless energy into something, but if your efforts are scattered or misdirected, you won't see the results you're looking for. Success demands clarity. You need to know what you're working toward, why it matters, and how you're going to get there. This clarity allows you to channel your effort effectively, ensuring that every step you take brings you closer to your goals. One of the greatest challenges of maintaining relentless effort is staying motivated over the long term. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes like the wind. This is why discipline is so crucial. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's the internal drive that says, I'll do it anyway, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline turns effort into a habit. And habits are what ultimately shape your destiny. Relentless effort doesn't mean working yourself to the point of burnout. It's about finding a balance between pushing yourself and taking care of yourself. Rest is an essential part of the equation. It allows you to recharge so that you can give your best effort consistently. The key is to rest with intention, not as an escape from the work, but as a preparation for the next phase of the journey. The relationship between effort and belief is also crucial. If you don't believe in what you're working toward, it's nearly impossible to sustain the level of effort required to achieve it. Belief fuels effort, and effort strengthens belief. It's a cycle that feeds itself, but it starts with a decision to commit fully to your goals. It's important to recognize that effort isn't always linear. There will be times when it feels like you're taking one step forward and two steps back. This is normal. Progress is rarely a straight line. What matters is that you keep showing up, keep putting in the work, and keep believing that your effort will eventually pay off. When you look back on your life, the moments that stand out won't be the times when things came easily. They'll be the times when you pushed through challenges, overcame obstacles, and proved to yourself that you were capable of more than you ever imagined. Those are the moments that define you, that shape your character, and that pave the way for lasting success. Push through discomfort, growth lies outside your comfort zone. This statement is not just a motivational phrase, but a universal truth that applies to every aspect of life. Comfort zones are where familiarity resides, where things are predictable and safe. While it's natural to gravitate toward comfort, it's also the very thing that can hold you back from achieving greatness. Growth, true transformation, and success demand stepping into the unknown, embracing challenges, and enduring discomfort. Discomfort is a signal of change. When you step into situations that push your limits, you're forcing yourself to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities. These moments of unease are where growth begins. Think about a seed breaking through the soil. It doesn't grow in darkness and ease, it grows by exerting effort, pushing upward against resistance, and stretching itself toward the light. Similarly, humans grow when they step out of their comfort zones and take on challenges that force them to expand their capabilities. The problem with staying comfortable is that it creates stagnation. When you avoid discomfort, you're essentially choosing to remain the same. You're saying, this is enough. I don't need to do more, be more, or achieve more. While this might feel safe in the short term, it leads to long-term dissatisfaction. Deep down, you know you're capable of more, and that unfulfilled potential can weigh heavily on your spirit. By pushing through discomfort, you tap into that potential and unlock levels of achievement you never thought possible. Discomfort is often misunderstood as a sign that something is wrong. Many people shy away from it because it feels unpleasant or intimidating. But discomfort isn't a red flag, it's a green light. It's an indication that you're doing something new, something that challenges the status quo. It's in these moments of uncertainty and struggle that you discover your strength, resilience, and capacity to grow. Avoiding discomfort might keep you safe, but it also keeps you small. Growth requires taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them. Discomfort is often misunderstood as a sign that something is wrong. Many people shy away from it because it feels unpleasant or intimidating. But discomfort isn't a red flag, it's a green light. It's an indication that you're doing something new, something that challenges the status quo. It's in these moments of uncertainty and struggle that you discover your strength, resilience, and capacity to grow. Avoiding discomfort might keep you safe, but it also keeps you small. Growth requires taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them. Pushing through discomfort is not about recklessness, it's about calculated risks and deliberate effort. It's about recognizing that the path to your goals won't be easy, but taking the steps anyway. Every successful person you admire has faced discomfort head on. They dealt with rejection, failure, and setbacks, but they didn't let those experiences define them. Instead, they used discomfort as a stepping stone to progress. They embraced the hard moments because they understood that growth was on the other side. One of the most challenging aspects of discomfort is the fear of failure. The thought of falling short, looking foolish, or not meeting expectations can be paralyzing. But failure isn't the enemy, stagnation is. Every failure carries a lesson, and every lesson makes you stronger. When you push through discomfort, you're not just working toward a goal, you're building resilience. You're training yourself to handle adversity and bounce back stronger than before. This mental toughness is a critical component of success and personal growth. The relationship between discomfort and growth is evident in physical fitness. When you work out, you're essentially putting your body under stress. You lift weights, run miles, or push yourself to the limits of endurance. It's uncomfortable, even painful at times, but that's what stimulates growth. Your muscles repair themselves stronger, your stamina increases, and your overall fitness improves. The same principle applies to mental and emotional growth. You have to challenge your mind, confront your fears, and face difficult situations to grow as a person. Stepping outside your comfort zone also requires a shift in mindset. You have to move from a fixed mindset where you believe your abilities are limited to a growth mindset where you see every challenge as an opportunity to learn and improve. This shift allows you to embrace discomfort rather than fear it. Instead of asking, what if I fail, you begin to ask, what can I learn from this experience? This perspective not only makes discomfort more bearable, but also makes it a powerful tool for growth. One of the greatest benefits of pushing through discomfort is the sense of accomplishment that comes with it. When you achieve something that once seemed impossible, it's a reminder of your potential. It's proof that you're capable of more than you thought. This sense of accomplishment builds confidence and momentum, making it easier to tackle future challenges. Each time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand it, making the next challenge less intimidating. Discomfort also fosters creativity and innovation. When you're in your comfort zone, you tend to rely on familiar patterns and solutions. But when you step into the unknown, you're forced to think differently, to problem solve, and to adapt. This is where new ideas are born, where breakthroughs happen. Many of the world's greatest inventions and achievements came from people who were willing to embrace discomfort and explore uncharted territory. Another important aspect of pushing through discomfort is the impact it has on your relationships. When you're willing to have difficult conversations, confront issues, or take risks in your interactions with others, you create deeper, more meaningful connections. Discomfort in relationships can lead to growth and understanding, while avoiding it often results in stagnation or unresolved tension. By embracing discomfort in your personal and professional relationships, you pave the way for stronger bonds and greater collaboration. Discomfort also teaches humility. When you step into situations where you're not the most knowledgeable or skilled, you're reminded of how much there is to learn. This humility keeps you grounded and open to growth. It's a reminder that you don't have all the answers and that seeking help, guidance, and feedback is a strength, not a weakness. Pushing through discomfort often means admitting your limitations and being willing to learn from others. It's important to note that discomfort is not the same as suffering. While discomfort is a necessary part of growth, suffering is not. The key is to recognize the difference and to approach discomfort with a sense of purpose and intentionality. When you push through discomfort with a clear goal in mind, it becomes a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. It's a challenge to be embraced, not a punishment to be endured. The process of pushing through discomfort also builds discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard or unpleasant. It's what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. Every time you choose to push through discomfort rather than avoid it, you're strengthening your discipline. This discipline becomes a habit, and that habit becomes a foundation for long-term success. Discomfort is also a reminder that growth is a journey, not a destination. There will always be new challenges, new goals, and new opportunities to step outside your comfort zone. Embracing discomfort is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. It's about constantly seeking ways to improve, to stretch yourself, and to become the best version of yourself. Every time you face discomfort and push through it, you're rewriting the narrative of who you are. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger, braver, and more capable than you once believed. You're building a legacy of resilience and determination, one challenge at a time. This is how you grow, not by avoiding discomfort, but by embracing it and using it as a catalyst for transformation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, act now. This is a principle that has the power to transform your life, but it requires a shift in thinking and a commitment to action. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for the right circumstances, the right timing, or the perfect conditions before they take action on their goals. They tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow, or I'll begin once I have everything figured out. Problem is, tomorrow never comes, and the perfect moment doesn't exist. Life is full of uncertainties, and waiting for perfection is a recipe for procrastination and missed opportunities. Perfection is an illusion. It's a concept that exists only in the mind, and chasing it will keep you stuck. The truth is, there will always be challenges, obstacles, and reasons to delay. The timing will never feel exactly right, and the conditions will never be completely ideal. What separates successful people from those who remain stuck is their willingness to act despite the imperfections. They understand that progress, not perfection, is what moves you forward. Taking action now, even when things aren't perfect, allows you to build momentum. Momentum is a powerful force that can carry you through challenges and setbacks. It's easier to adjust your course or improve along the way than to sit idle, waiting for everything to align, for things to align perfectly. Action creates opportunities, and opportunities create growth. When you act, you put yourself in motion, and motion leads to results. It's through this process of action and adjustment that you achieve your goals. One of the biggest barriers to acting now is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown can paralyze you. It's natural to feel afraid when stepping into uncharted territory, but fear is not a valid reason to delay. In fact, fear often signals that you're about to do something meaningful and transformative. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to act. Despite. Every time you choose to move forward in the face of fear, you build confidence and resilience. Waiting for the perfect moment often stems from a desire for control. People want to feel certain about the outcome before they take a leap. They want guarantees that their efforts will pay off. But life doesn't come with guarantees, and waiting for certainty is a form of self-sabotage. The most successful individuals understand that uncertainty is a part of the journey. They embrace it, knowing that action is the only way to create clarity and direction. Another reason people wait for the perfect moment is because they underestimate the power of small steps. They think they need to have everything figured out or make a massive leap to achieve their goals. But big changes start with small actions. You don't have to have all the answers to begin. You just need to take the first step. That step, no matter how small, sets the wheels in motion and gives you the confidence to keep going. Small actions compound over time, leading to significant results. When you act now, you also learn faster. Experience is the greatest teacher, and you can't gain experience by sitting on the sidelines. Every action you take, whether it leads to success or failure, provides valuable feedback. That feedback helps you refine your approach, improve your skills, and gain a deeper understanding of what it takes to achieve your goals. By waiting for the perfect moment, you rob yourself of the opportunity to learn and grow. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of success. It's easy to convince yourself that you're waiting for the right time, when in reality, you're avoiding the discomfort of taking action. Procrastination feels safe in the short term, but it comes at a high cost. The longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes to start. Opportunities pass you by, and the gap between where you are and where you want to be grows wider. By acting now, you break the cycle of procrastination and take control of your future. Another important aspect of acting now is embracing imperfection. Perfectionism is often disguised as a noble pursuit, but it's actually a form of fear. It's the fear of not being good enough, of making mistakes, or being judged. Perfectionism keeps you stuck in a loop of planning and overthinking, never actually doing the work. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you free yourself to take action. You understand that mistakes are a natural part of the process and that failure is simply a stepping stone to success. Taking action now also sends a powerful message to yourself and the world. It shows that you're serious about your goals and willing to do what it takes to achieve them. This commitment creates a sense of accountability and motivates you to keep going. It also inspires others to take action in their own lives. When people see you moving forward despite challenges, they're reminded that they can do the same. Acting now doesn't mean being reckless or impulsive. It's about making the best decision you can with the information and resources you have at the moment. It's about trusting yourself to figure things out along the way. You don't need to have all the answers before you start. You just need to start. The path will become clearer as you move forward, and you'll gain the knowledge and experience you need to navigate it successfully. The habit of acting now also builds discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely dream about them. Every time you choose to take action instead of waiting, you strengthen your discipline. This discipline becomes a powerful tool that helps you stay consistent and focused even when the going gets tough. Acting now also helps you overcome the paralysis of overthinking. Overthinking can be a major obstacle to progress. The more you analyze, the more you doubt, and the more reasons you find to delay. By taking action, you break free from the endless cycle of overthinking and start making progress. Action quiets the mind and replaces uncertainty with clarity. It shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what you can do to move forward. When you act now, you also tap into the power of momentum. Momentum is the energy that builds when you're in motion. It makes it easier to keep going, even when challenges arise. Starting is often the hardest part, but once you're in motion, things become more manageable. Momentum creates a sense of flow and keeps you motivated to stay on track. Acting now also helps you stay adaptable. The world is constantly changing, and waiting for the perfect moment can mean missing out on opportunities that may never come again. By taking action, you position yourself to respond to changes and seize opportunities as they arise. You become more flexible and better equipped to navigate the uncertainties of life. Finally, acting now allows you to take ownership of your life. It's a declaration that you're not going to wait for circumstances to dictate your path. You're going to create your own opportunities and make things happen. This sense of ownership empowers you to take charge of your destiny and build the life you want. It's a mindset that shifts you from being a passive observer to an active participant in your own journey. As you outwork the person you were yesterday. This simple yet powerful concept is the foundation of personal growth and long-term success. The most important competition you'll ever face is the one with yourself. Every day you're presented with a choice: stay the same or become better. It's not about comparing yourself to others or trying to outshine someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, one step at a time. This daily commitment to improvement is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain stagnant. The idea of competing with yourself can be liberating. It takes the focus off external validation and places it squarely on internal growth. Too often, people get caught up in comparing their journey to someone else's. They measure their progress against others' achievements and feel inadequate when they don't measure up. But the truth is, everyone's path is different. The only fair and meaningful comparison is the one you make with who you were yesterday. This shift in perspective allows you to focus on what truly matters, your own growth and progress. Outworking the person you were yesterday requires self-awareness. You have to be honest with yourself about where you are, what your strengths are, and where you need to improve. This level of self-reflection can be uncomfortable, but it's essential for growth. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. By taking a hard look at yourself, you can identify the habits, behaviors, and mindsets that are holding you back and make a plan to overcome them. One of the most important aspects of outworking yourself is consistency. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of small, intentional actions taken every day. It's easy to make a big effort once or twice, but true progress comes from showing up and putting in the work day after day, even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is what turns effort into results and potential into reality. It's about building habits that align with your goals and sticking to them no matter what. Outworking the person you were yesterday also requires a strong sense of purpose. You need to have a clear vision of who you want to become and why it matters to you. This purpose serves as your North Star, guiding your actions and keeping you motivated when things get tough. Without a sense of purpose, it's easy to lose focus or get discouraged. But when you're deeply connected to your why, you can push through challenges and stay committed to your journey. Discipline is another critical component of outworking yourself. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's what keeps you moving forward on the days when motivation is low or distractions are high. Discipline is a skill that can be developed over time. And every time you choose to honor your commitments to yourself, you strengthen it. This discipline becomes a powerful tool that helps you stay on track and make progress, no matter what obstacles you face. Outworking yourself also means embracing failure and using it as a learning opportunity. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of the process. Every time you try and fall short, you gain valuable insights about what works and what doesn't. These lessons help you refine your approach and improve over time. The key is to view failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as a stepping stone to growth. By adopting this mindset, you can face challenges with confidence and resilience. Another important aspect of outworking yourself is setting measurable goals. It's not enough to simply want to be better. You need to define what better looks like and create a plan to achieve it. These goals should be specific, actionable, and aligned with your vision for yourself. It should challenge you to stretch beyond your current abilities, but still be realistic enough to achieve with consistent effort. Tracking your progress toward these goals allows you to see how far you've come and keeps you motivated to keep going. Outworking the person you were yesterday also requires a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen in the realm of familiarity. It happens when you challenge yourself to try new things, take risks, and push past your limits. This can be scary and uncomfortable, but it's also where the magic happens. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand it, making it easier to take on even greater challenges in the future. One of the most powerful tools for outworking yourself is gratitude. It might seem counterintuitive, but appreciating where you are and what you have can actually fuel your desire to grow. Gratitude helps you maintain a positive mindset and keeps you focused on the progress you're making rather than what you lack. It also reminds you that growth is a privilege, not a burden, and that every opportunity to improve is something to be grateful for. Another key to outworking yourself is surrounding yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset and behavior. When you're surrounded by individuals who are committed to their own growth and success, it motivates you to do the same. These people can provide support, accountability, and valuable feedback as you work toward becoming the best version of yourself. Outworking the person you were yesterday also means taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Growth is a holistic process, and neglecting your health will ultimately hold you back. This means prioritizing exercise, nutrition, sleep, and stress management as part of your daily routine. It also means taking time to recharge and reflect so you can show up as your best self each day. Mindset plays a crucial role in outworking yourself. The way you think about challenges, setbacks, and opportunities can either propel you forward or hold you back. A growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through effort and learning is essential for continuous improvement. This mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles to overcome. It also helps you stay resilient in the face of adversity and keep pushing forward no matter what. Another important aspect of outworking yourself is celebrating your progress along the way. It's easy to get so focused on the end goal that you forget to acknowledge the steps you've already taken. Celebrating your wins, no matter how small, reinforces the behaviors and habits that are helping you grow. It also reminds you that the journey itself is valuable and that every step forward is worth recognizing. Outworking yourself requires patience and persistence. Growth is not a linear process, and there will be times when it feels like you're not making progress. In these moments, it's important to remember that every effort you make is contributing to your growth, even if the results aren't immediately visible. Trust the process and stay committed to your goals, knowing that consistency and effort will pay off in the long run. Finally, outworking the person you were yesterday is about taking responsibility for your own growth. No one else can do the work for you. It's up to you to decide what kind of person you want to become and to take the actions necessary to get there. This level of ownership is empowering because it means that your growth is entirely within your control. When you take responsibility for your progress, you give yourself the power to create the life you want. Success is earned in the dark, long before it's seen in the light. This principle captures the essence of hard work, dedication, and persistence that takes place behind the scenes, away from applause and recognition. The achievements that people celebrate are only the tip of the iceberg. Beneath them lies a foundation built through countless hours of effort, sacrifice, and focus. It's easy to admire the end result of someone's success, a gold medal, a thriving business, or groundbreaking innovation, but the true story lies in the unseen moments of grit and determination that made it all possible. In the dark, there's no audience. There's no cheering, no external validation, no one to praise your efforts. This is where the real work happens, the kind of work that tests your character and commitment. It's in these moments that you decide whether your goals are worth the effort. The dark is a lonely place, but it's also a powerful one. It strips away distractions and forces you to confront your own limits. It's where you learn to rely on discipline rather than motivation, to push forward even when no one is watching. Earning success in the dark requires a deep sense of purpose. Without a clear vision of what you're working toward, it's easy to lose focus or give up when the going gets tough. Purpose provides the fuel you need to keep going, even when progress is slow or obstacles seem insurmountable. It reminds you why you started in the first place and keeps you connected to the bigger picture. This sense of purpose is what drives people to wake up early, stay late, and put in the work when others are resting. The dark is where habits are built. Success isn't the result of a single grand effort, but of consistent, deliberate actions taken over time. It's about showing up every day, no matter how you feel, and putting in the effort required to move closer to your goals. This consistency creates momentum, and momentum leads to progress. The small, seemingly insignificant choices you make each day, whether to train a little harder, learn a little more, or stay focused a little longer, add up over time to create extraordinary results. In the dark, you have to be your own motivator. There's no one there to push you, to tell you to keep going, or to remind you of your potential. It's up to you to find the inner drive to stay committed. This is where self-discipline becomes critical. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, when the excitement of starting something new is worn off, and when the path ahead feels uncertain. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely dream about them. The dark is also a place of growth. It's where you face challenges, make mistakes, and learn from them. Growth isn't always comfortable, and it often requires you to confront your fears, doubts, and weaknesses. But these moments of discomfort are also where transformation happens. Every time you push through a difficult moment, you become stronger, more resilient, and more capable. The lessons you learn in the dark prepare you for the light, for the moments when your hard work pays off and your success becomes visible to the world. Earning success in the dark requires patience. It's easy to get discouraged when results don't come quickly or when it feels like your efforts aren't making a difference. But growth takes time and progress isn't always immediately visible. The seeds of success are planted long before they begin to bloom. Patience allows you to stay committed to the process, trusting that your efforts will eventually yield the results you're working toward. It reminds you that success is a journey, not a destination, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. In the dark, you learn to value the process over the outcome. It's not just about reaching your goals, it's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve them. The habits you build, the skills you develop, and the mindset you cultivate along the way are just as important as the results you achieve. This focus on the process helps you stay grounded and resilient, even when things don't go as planned. It reminds you that success isn't just about what you accomplish, but about who you become in the process. The dark is also where sacrifices are made. Success often requires giving up comfort, convenience, and immediate gratification in pursuit of something greater. It means saying no to distractions, prioritizing your goals over temporary pleasures, and making difficult choices that align with your vision for the future. These sacrifices can be challenging, but they're also necessary. They demonstrate your commitment to your goals and your willingness to do whatever it takes to achieve them. In the dark, you build resilience. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt, but these challenges are what make you stronger. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. It's a skill that's developed through experience and it's in practice, and it's one of the most important qualities you can cultivate on your journey to success. The dark is also a place of self-discovery. It's where you learn what you're truly capable of, where you test your limits and find out what you're made of. It's where you discover your strengths, confront your weaknesses, and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. This self-awareness is a powerful tool that helps you stay focused, make better decisions, and navigate challenges with confidence. It's through this process of self-discovery that you unlock your full potential and become the person you need to be to achieve your goals. Earning success in the dark requires faith, not just in your abilities, but in the process itself. It's about believing that your efforts will pay off, even when you can't see immediate results. This faith gives you the strength to keep going, to trust that the hard work you're putting in now will lead to the success you're striving for. It's about holding on to your vision and staying committed to your goals, even when the path forward isn't clear. The dark is where discipline is tested. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, but the true test of discipline comes when progress is slow, when setbacks occur, and when the excitement of starting something new is faded. In these moments, discipline is what keeps you moving forward. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up when the going gets tough. In the dark, you learn to embrace the struggle. Success isn't supposed to be easy, it's the struggle that makes it meaningful. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, and every setback you endure is a part of your journey. These experiences shape you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the light. They remind you that success isn't handed to you, it's earned through effort, determination, and perseverance. The dark is where character is built. It's where you learn the value of hard work, the importance of persistence, and the power of resilience. It's where you develop the qualities that will carry you through, not just this journey, but every challenge you face in life. These qualities, discipline, patience, humility, and self-belief become the foundation of your success. They would enable you to achieve your goals and sustain your success once you've reached it. In the dark, you learn to appreciate the journey. It's not just about reaching the light, it's about the person you become along the way. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, and growth you experience are all part of what makes success meaningful. They remind you that success isn't just about the destination, but about the journey, about the effort, dedication, and persistence that it takes to get there.